Hello.
Hi there.
Hey,
Welcome.
Gene. How you doing?
I am fantastic. How are you?
Great, and I'm very happy and thrilled to be here with you today.
Well, it's really look. I really appreciate you coming forth and telling everybody about your experience with pathways, and we're really starting off here at this time, right before August, and I mean right at the end of August, right before September, talking about PTSD and the issues that a lot of first responders and veterans have. And a lot of people don't really know a lot about like caregivers PTSD and caregivers fatigue, which is really a form of PTSD and presents almost the same. And it's even worse if someone is caring for someone who has PTSD. And
Sure.
so, September is Suicide Prevention Month, and we all know that the rate of suicide of first responders and police and military members is at all-time highs. And so it's so important for us to address this. And, this kind of, I don't want to say disorder, but these kinds of issues present, with agitation, short temper, can't really like getting overwhelmed really easy. So like people bring us tasks and we're like, oh my gosh, I just can't handle anymore. And also reliving events and having recurring dreams about events in our lives and having constant agitation, not being able to live our lives in that idea of enjoyment where we're just kind of hanging on. Remember that cat on the branch, just hanging on all the time? Yeah, and when I first met you, I know that you had a lot of these feelings, and I really appreciate you coming forth to tell people about how you found Pathways and what Pathways has been able to do for you. So let me turn it over to you, Juan,
All right.
retired firefighter.
Well, I was a firefighter for 33 years, city of Miami, and I rode rescue for many, many years. Went on a lot of calls, and I experienced a lot of bad things. What happens to us is that we don't have any time to think about what we're doing. What we have to perform. So when you're on the scene, you perform and you do what you need to do, and you get done what you need to get done, and so you basically you don't process anything, and that piles up one after another, one after another, one after another. Uh, it gets to the point where you don't realize, you don't realize, your short temper, your anxiety, always being in a hurry, not listening, not communicating well. Um, you get used to it, and you live your life with these issues, and you just don't realize it, and weeks go by, months go by, years go by, and um, you know I found out about Pathways. I was at a funeral, and I was talking to a retired police officer, and he told me about his daughter. She was under a great deal of stress, and she told me that she had visited Pathways. So I've always been trying to help myself, self-medicate myself, and trying to find something that can help me. I said, Pathways, what do those guys do? And then they told me about it, and I said, I got to find out about this. I really do. And I remember I went to the wrong place, to the wrong office, and then I kept looking until I found you guys. And sure enough, you know, what Pathways did for me, I think around the fourth or fifth session, it all of a sudden I just felt I felt like I had totally slowed down. Um, I was always in a hurry, from one place to the other. Anxiety, stress, you know, uh, not communicating well, not listening well. And all of a sudden, after the fourth or fifth lesson, all of a sudden things kind of slow down. they totally slow down, and all of a sudden I said to myself, I feel different, but I'm not sure why or how. And then, the sessions continued, and you know what? I felt myself more grounded, more balanced. I started realizing things that I didn't realize before. I felt like, I was in a car and I was driving through this beautiful, place, and I was going so fast I couldn't see anything out the window, and all of a sudden the car slowed down, and all of a sudden I'm looking out the window and I'm seeing how beautiful things can be. So I think that's the best analogy that comes to mind. Um, and when you're balanced and grounded, I call it slowing down. Slowing down, you begin to see things differently. You begin to see people differently too. Everything is different, and you realize a lot of things that you didn't realize before. I communicate better. I listen better. I'm more patient. I'm more empathetic, and I listen better towards others. Which increases my communication. And my relationships, with my family and friends. Um, so I can't say enough about it. It helped me, and consequently, I've told a lot of my brother firefighters about pathways, and others. So but
I
you
got to
know,
tell you, Juan, thank you. I mean, I'm getting goosebumps. I was kind of there with you during the process, and to just be hanging on all the time and not able to live. I love that analogy you gave about, driving through the beautiful neighborhood and not being able to enjoy and live in the beauty. And it's funny 'cause I was at the office a couple weeks ago, and I heard somebody say, a visitor said, "Hey, oh, you live in Miami," to this other person, and he says, "Yeah, it must be great. You live in paradise." And the person looked at him and says, "What are you talking about? I'm always in here." And I got to tell you, I'm just so happy that you're able to live life, and enjoy it now. And I got to tell you, I mean, it sounds remarkable when you're saying it, but I just kind of want to really explain how remarkable that is, because in the field of psychology, the idea of alleviating your PTSD and then allowing you to live your life without having that constant hypervigilance for danger and things that are going to interrupt you, because that's a big part of why you're moving fast, was to make sure you're always ready.
yeah,
And the fact that we're able to alleviate that and have that not be part of your life anymore is basically unheard of. It doesn't psychology doesn't even shoot for that.
yeah. We
They're trying to help you be more well adjusted,
yeah
to
we
how
we
to cope with it.
yeah we first responders, since we've been under situations that we need to bring order and control to so many times, because if we don't get there fast, and if we don't do something, then people die. So this is so ingrained in our psyche. So when we leave the job, we we still pretty much behave the same way. Oh, this isn't going right. It's gotta change. It's gotta be right. It's gotta, I'm not in control. I need to get there fast. They're not listening to me. So, uh, and you don't realize it. They,
Yeah.
people just don't realize it. And what pathways did for me, pathways made me realize things that I didn't realize before. I don't know how. You guys talk about neural pathways, new neural pathways that are created in the brain. And you know what? That's what it must be. That's what it meant.
Well,
And this is a concrete thing. It's something that's real, not a pill they give you to feel better.
Right.
Or a psychologist telling you, okay, all right, jump up and down 10 times, you should feel better. And this is real. This
Well, let's
makes
talk about that. Let's talk about that real quick. When you keep mentioning the sessions, and let's talk about what that is. When you first come in, the first thing we do is use neurotechnology to map your neural pathways as they're coming in and out of your brain. And I don't know if you remember, I was able to sit you down and explain to you that you actually had traumatic experiences back from ages 0 to 7,
Yeah.
which were still affecting you today. And we were able to help you rectify those. And then you've said a few times about going into sessions. When you come in for a session, we spend a half hour to an hour having a psychological session, a coaching session, where we talk through, what's happened and how to help yourself alleviate it. And then you spend an hour and a half to 2 hours working with the neurotechnology to speed up your neurological processes while you're in session so you can make change faster. And that's why you got to feel the relief of 30 years, 40. How long were you a firefighter?
33.
Yeah, 30 years of
Yeah.
that stress and had been built up. And what, 5 sessions? I mean, wow.
It was 4 to 5 sessions, and it's sort of let's see, how can I describe it? I had a hard time trying to describe it. I think I used to tell Ryan, I feel different. I'm not sure what it is, but I just feel different. And I think the best way that I can describe it is just being more calm, being more patient, slowing down.
Right.
And when you slow down, now you're more
smell the flowers.
Now you're more present. Like
Right.
you say, now you're more present. Now you're more in the moment. Now you can see more. You can feel more. You listen more. You see more. You become more appreciative of others and everything that you have in your life, because things are beautiful. I mean, if you're alive and you're here, things are beautiful. It is just up here.
Right. We have to learn how to focus on those things that are beautiful.
On the things that are beautiful. Yes, absolutely.
Appreciate the things that are beautiful and celebrate them like you are right now.
Yep.
Right. And that's a big part of it. When you're rushing around trying to resolve whatever's wrong and being on time and making things happen, you don't take the time to, wow, this is fantastic.
Yep.
We got to do more of that.
Yeah.
And it has definitely, we've helped lots and lots of people, and I'm so glad it helped you. And I hope it's safe to say you also brought in family members, and
absolutely,
it helped them a lot. And I mean, it's
my daughter.
It's so nice to be able to do that.
My daughter in law school. She's in her 3rd year of law school, and she went in and she went through the protocol, through the sessions, and in my conversations with her, she told me that she was able to concentrate more. She felt more calm, more confident. She didn't have the stress level that she had during school. And it helped her. It helped her immensely. And my son also. My son, Julian. He same thing with him. He was more calm, more patient. It was actually, it improved our relationship. He was in his I guess he was in the teenage years there, late teenage years. So it helped our relationship. It did.
I can see it. I can see it in your smile, Juan.
And now
you say his name.
Now he's 20, 22. We have a great relationship. We fishing together. We spend time together. We go out and have dinner together. So I tell you, I attribute a great deal, the relationship that I have with my son today, to Pathways. So,
well,
I'm
I
thankful.
wanted to, yeah, I just want to congratulate you and thank you for one going through the process and showing up. You know, it's not easy to face what you had to face to get through that. I know we make it a lot easier, but it's still, you know, it takes some courage to come in and and ask for help and tell people what's happening. You know, and
Yeah.
what you don't have to do with Pathways because we use the neurotechnology to really tell you about it instead of having to have you tell us.
It it's what you guys do is fascinating.
Thank you.
It is really truly fascinating, and I anyone listening, looking at this, if you have any doubts, don't doubt it anymore. Yeah, do it, get it done. We are so used to taking a pill or doing things that we see, and we have to empirically see things, and that way it makes us think that, well, if you if you do it and you feel it and you see it, then it's going to work. With this, it's a little different. You don't see it, but you surely will start feeling it.
That's great.
And it makes you more aware, more conscious. You can actually, it's palpable. It is truly palpable. Um, so I'm thankful and I'm grateful for Pathway.
Good. And if anybody out there has any questions, we can definitely take questions now, or you can email us in at getbalance@pathwayslife.com. We also have a fantastic website, Pathways Life, and great resources on that website. And if you want more information, there's a little button you can hit on the website that says schedule a free consultation. And this is we're going to be having this posted on our Facebook page. And if you're a follower, go ahead and share this on your Facebook page
Oh,
so we
absolutely.
can get the
Absolutely.
word out.
Absolutely.
It's
And anyone that has any questions, I'm on Facebook. Ask for a friend request. I'll be glad to spend time and talk to you and tell you about this and about my experience and what it did for me.
I appreciate that. And so we are also we got a new program with our Pathways Foundation, which is a charity that we have, and we're taking donations to help make this more accessible for firefighters. So if you stay tuned with our newsletter or your emails, you'll see a lot more information about that coming out over the next weeks or months. So anyway, Juan, I got to tell you, it was great working with you as you went through the program. We had a lot of really good talks.
Something, that's another aspect of it that I really truly enjoyed, these sessions with Ryan and you. You guys actually made me, with a talk before the session.
Yeah.
I really learned a lot.
Good.
Listening to you and listening to your analogies and listening to your to the way that you explain the whole concept and the symbolism of certain other things to it.
Right.
So there was one session there that I was really in awe. I mean, I was like, oh my God, what, that I never thought of it that way. And I went into the session and I was like, wow, I was kind of blown away.
Good.
So
Yeah, I feel very, very blessed to be doing what I'm doing. And, I didn't just make this up. I've been
oh,
worked with. And
there you go. Froze
I froze.
a little bit. Now you're back.
Okay. So I feel very blessed to be able to do this. And, I didn't plan to do this. It came out of me working with people, working, with doctors and psychologists and really studying the science of how we function and how to make that change. Our program starts with that assessment where we map your mind and brain and we tell you, what we see, and basically when that was developed in your life and what kind of things are still bothering you today that we can help you with. And then we spend the first 3 sessions, like you're saying, talking and doing the neuroscience to help you and your system be ready to make change. How many places do that, right?
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, it's just been a fantastic process.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I mean, uh, in the beginning, as usual, you're a little bit skeptical about certain things.
yeah, of
But
course.
in my, I've always been, very open to different, modalities and treatments and whatever's out there that can help me become a better human being. And I can truly say that Pathways has helped me accomplish that. It's helped me become a better person, a better human. So
Well, I'm honored. Thank you so much. And hopefully you and I will be talking soon and crossing paths again soon.
absolutely.
Have a fantastic evening, and goodbye, everybody. Thank you for joining in. It's been nice having this discussion. So we'll talk
Absolutely.
soon.
I'm grateful, thankful to be able to be here. Thanks, G.
Me too, bud. Thank you. All right. Have a good night.